Hey, said she wanna see me in the nighttime, yeah. She know I'm a beast in the nighttime, yeah. Call me anytime like a lifeline, yeah. Say less the week, now I'm in it. I'll be on my way in a minute. I just gotta pull up, park the car by the corner store, apartment 304 is where I'm headed to. I opened up the door, already on the floor, and she's on all fours. She know I transform, but she do it in the night time. Jesus! All this in the night, no forgiveness when I'm in it, baby. Oh yeah. You crush all up on me at night. You know you got nowhere to hide. And stop busting out of my clothes. Now there's no more white in my eye. Now I got clouds on my head. I am no longer a man. But you know what happens in shower. So why did you turn me down? What happened, babe? Why did you turn me down tonight? Whoa. You wanna get ready, babe? You wanna sit ready, babe? Cause I'm about to tear that ass up in the nighttime.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Cinderella, and today I'll be coming to you with an advice video. Today's video for Nerds Classified is going to be a general advice video on how, it's a college prep series, so it's like how I get through college, through high school and all that stuff, just like general tips. Yeah, and before I get into this video, I also want to say, if you want, you can follow my love medias. The links will be down below. My Twitter and Instagram are at Cinderella, same as my YouTube, just with 3 A's, 4 A's. It might be 4 because I was really extra. I'm more extra. I use Instagram more than I use Twitter these days, but alright, let's get into the video now. First tip that I have for you guys is don't get mad and quit, get mad and inspired. Now, if you don't know what this means, what I mean when I say don't get mad and quit, but get mad and inspired, I mean I'm referring to people who do classes and end up not really loving the teacher, especially loving the course itself, and they get mad and they like don't come to classes and they don't like do the homework and they like don't study, and it's just like, are you dumb? Are you dumb? Like, I don't know what like happened in the wiring of your brain, but for me, if I get mad at a course and I don't like it that much, I'm not about to sit here again and go through that course again. I'm gonna get mad and inspired, and I'm gonna make sure I pass that assignment. I'm gonna make sure I killed that exam, okay? Because a girl ain't going back to that course. Second tip that I have for you guys is sticky notes are your friend, okay? This is from my people out there who forget assignments and like forget little stuff that teachers say that you think you're gonna remember, but you don't, because like time passes and you know that your teacher said something that you need to remember and you can't, and you don't talk to people in the class because you're an introvert, so you don't really have nobody to ask like what did the teacher say, so you just stuck looking dumb, you know. So I like to use sticky notes because I like to just keep them everywhere in my book. And so, oh, you know what though, I choose sticky notes over homework books, because homework books can be really tricky because you have to pull it out. Work with me here. You have to pull it out of your bag to be able to write it, which sometimes a teacher would just start spieling, not remembering that you need to write what the teacher is saying, so you don't really catch all of it. But when the sticky note is already in your book, you can just start scribbling and you don't miss anything, and like you can make your little jottings, and you can either keep the paper or dispose of it whenever you've completed everything that's on that list, and you know, like little stuff like that. The third tip that I have for you guys is figuring out how you learn, which is actually very important. So what I mean by this is people don't, I don't even think people realize sometimes, or they just don't, I don't know, they just don't take the time to figure it out because they don't really know that people learn in different ways. Like, you don't realize that you respond to certain ways of teaching more than you do to others, you know what I'm saying? So for instance, they have different ways of learning. You have people who learn better by hearing and people who learn better by visual, which is like myself. I learn better by visuals. So when a teacher is like talking, or like somebody's like reading a passage from an essay and I'm not the one reading it, it's just like going in one ear and coming out the other one. It's not registering. I can't hear it. It's not happening. But if I were supposed to have that thing in my hand myself, I can read it myself. I visualize, I use my eyes, and I have a slight what is the word? I have a slight photographic memory. That's the word. I have a slight what is the word? I just forgot it again. I have a slight photographic memory. So by knowing now that I'm a visual learner, until I discovered highlighters and colored pens and stuff like that, like colored stimuli that I could respond, that my brain responds to, the colorfulness, and it's the colorfulness that I remember, and the colorfulness makes me want to read my notebook more, and when I'm in an exam I can see the colored pen in my head, and like, you know, because it was cute. Aesthetics. The fourth tip I have for getting through college and high school and whatever is getting ahead of assignments before they get ahead of you. Okay, that's something that I am recently learning in my, I don't even know how long I've been at school, and I'm just not going to say the number because I'm not going to talk about it, but getting ahead of assignments before they get ahead of you. Now, what does this mean? This is for my people out there who are procrastinators. Okay, claim it, you are it, you know it, all right? This is for the people out there who were like me in my first and second year of college, and pretty much all throughout high school, who would have this collective, you know, you have this collective amount of assignments, right? And most of the time they're spaced out. Sometimes they're spaced out. Sometimes the due dates though are like not that far apart. It would be like a week or a couple of days or something like that, and that would be due all the way down to say for semester 1, school starts in September, right? Assignments, like all of them would be all due like last week of November, first week of December type thing, and then you're just like, oh, that's like all the way down in December. I don't need to start that right now. It ain't even nothing. But what you're not realizing is the first 3 weeks of school, first 3 weeks of school are actually the best time to start as assignments. I'm just learning this myself, so I know how it is when it's like you just started school, so you ain't really all the way mentally programmed to even be doing assignments right now. But trust me, you want to start your assignments. Even if it's not in the first week, fine. Just ease yourself into the process first. But yeah, like the second week, if you have, like my college, they give you, well, most people, they give you course outlines. So you know, like, all right, I have a mid-semester for this course, and 2 individual assignments, and Group assignments are tricky to start first, but I have a whole thing about group work, so we're just not even gonna talk about that. Save that for another video. But for individual assignments, the ones that you are in charge of, if there is nothing else that the teacher has to give you, and it's just like you already know the instructions and you can start it now, because start it early is what I mean to say, because you know, but start it early, because that way when the due date comes for the individual assignments, you're not stressing to try and finish, because sometimes you have like 4 individual assignments and it might seem like, oh, it's just all the way down in December, until you realize you got 4 of them due all the way down in December, and you can't, like, no. So start, even if you don't finish the entire assignment in October, because I don't either. So just like doing the little pieces first that actually count, like planning and outlining what you want to do, and then when the due date rolls around, you're chilling, because all you gotta do is spell check at this point, because you're working on it in like small increments throughout the semester. So it's not like this big heaping thing that you gotta sit down and do all-nighters to figure out, and even then you can't figure it out because your brain's just not working right, and you sleep, you want to eat. Like, don't do it to yourself, sis. Get ahead of your assignments before they get ahead of you. 5th tip that I have for you guys, I think it's the 5th, I hope it's the 5th, or else I can't count, and school is just... But the 5th tip that I have for you guys is mind the company that you keep. I can't really... okay, friends, the people that you keep around you, they do have an influence on the way that you think. You can pick up their good habits and you can pick up their nasty ones. So you need to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people who have, not like-minded goals, because you don't want to surround yourself with a bunch of yous, but still have values. That's the point. You want to surround yourself with people who have values, so that you can like help each other out throughout the process, and you can help each other out throughout the process, and they can put you in check when they see you slipping. They can be like, did you do that assignment, girl? Like, you need to go. I have my best friend shout out to my best friend Danique. Like, she's annoying. Yeah, just having that good influence, and somebody who genuinely wants to see you do well, somebody who knows the goals that you have and wants to help you achieve those goals. Like, it's muy importante. Like, final tip that I have for you guys, whatever number this is, it is 100%, like the most important one. I need to stand up straight for this right now. You need to hear me. You need to hear me when I say this. Hear me loud and clear. Are you listening? Are you listening to me? One word. That was the number 11. One word. Prayer. Okay? Prayer. Can I just get a moment of silence for the amount of time that Jesus has saved me in high school, in college, and in my everyday life? Okay, like, you saw the cross, you knew it was coming. Like, when it, like, like when you got an assignment and it's stressing you out and you can't figure it out, pray about it. When you got members in your group and they just make you want to, pray about it. I sound like Danny and Dana right now from Instagram. All jokes aside, prayer is one of my biggest weapons, tips, whatever you want to call it, when it comes to anything, is praying about it and giving the situation to God and casting your cares upon the Lord so that He may sustain you. Because I can't tell you, I don't think that I would have gotten through half of the things, any of the things that I have gone through, if it wasn't for Him fighting my battles and fighting within me. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video, and peace out. Bye.